Hello everyone, my name is Dr. KCH Apparao, working as an associate professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. Okay, today I would like to explain about the planar mission. So last class we discussed the shaping mission. In this class, I would like to explain about our working principle of the planing mission and the classifications of the planing mission also. So this is the course outcome. At the end of the course, the students should be able to explain the operational principles of different reciprocating missions for quality machining. You know that reciprocating missions. Last class we discussed the one of the reciprocating mission, shaping mission. In shaping mission, the tool which is attached to the ram is reciprocates to and fro motion. Okay. So here we'll see one more reciprocating mission, that is the planar mission. So the main difference between the planing mission and shaper mission is, in shaping mission the tool will reciprocate, but in planing mission the table will reciprocate. It means the workpiece will reciprocate. Tool is stationary. Sorry. The planar is a machine tool designed to produce the plane or flat surfaces and workpieces, which is to large and heavy weighted workpieces mainly. And compared to shaping machine, so in the planning machine, planning machine, will perform large size of workpieces to perform the flattening the surface, or just like planing the surface of heavy weighted workpieces. Okay. The workpiece is securely fixed on a table, so that is called a platen. So it means so the table will reciprocate horizontally against the single edged cutting tools. Okay. So the surface machined may be horizontal machining you can perform, or vertical machining, or at inclined surface machining also. So horizontal machining and vertical machining and inclined surface machining can be performed on planar machine. Okay, so we'll see few points regarding the planing machine. So planar, so it is very similar to shaping machine. Planars are also basically used for the producing of flat surfaces, mainly for rectangular bodies, for any just like flat flat bodies to perform the flat surfaces. But planars are very large, very weighted compared to shapers. Okay. Very massive and very large compared to shapers. So planars are generally used for the machining large workpieces. So same function, same operation can be performed on lathe machine, not lathe machine, and shaping machine and planing machine also. But compared to shaping machine, we will perform the just like planing operation, or we will flat the surfacing of heavy weighted workpieces, which cannot be held in shaping machine. So planers are capable of taking a heavier cutting also. So depth of cut and removal of metal removal rate is very high compared to shaping machine. So the planer is first developed by just like Richard Roberts in 1817. So is the Englishman. So it is very important to machine tool, and we can perform surface finishing very accurately compared to shaping machine also here. Let's see some the basic parts of the planing machine. What are the functioning of the planing machine also? We know that just bed. So on this bed, this bed has some guideways. This bed is made up of this cast iron, very very pure, very strengthy cast iron material. So because it can withstand all the vibrations which are occurred in uh, operations, performing the operations. So on this bed, remaining parts will be placed or accommodated on the are arranged on the bed. Okay, so on the bed, some guideways are accurately mission guideways are there. On this guideways, the table will will moves or will reciprocates by the help of the guideways uh, which are machined or which are placed on the bed. Okay, so both sides of the bed, there are vertical, just like bodies, rectangular bodies. Those are called housings. Housings are also placed both sides of the bed. uh, okay, so these housings also made by cast irons. uh, okay, so next one, on the top of these housings, just like there is a over ram support. So on this, by the help of the over ram support, just like we can fix the uh, workpieces, work hold, tool hold, or tool heads to fix the tool bits. Okay. So this is the accommodation. Next, so our RAM, it supports it connects the two housings. So on the two housings, there is a cross rail. So this is fixed on the housings. On this cross rails, we will fix the tool bits. So these tool bits, two tool bits here, by the help of the tool holds, or so by the help of these tool holdings, we will fix the tool bits. These tool bits can move in, just like uh, in longitudinal direction of the cross rail. Okay, so as for the requirement of operation, or the just like position of the tool bit, will move this tool post or tool bits in longitudinal direction to the cross rail. So two more tool posts also placed on the housings. One is vertical, so one side of housing, so we can fix the one more tool bit and single point cutting tool. Another one placed on the other housing of the vertical housing of the planner. Okay, so totally four uh, tool bits, single point cutting tool bits can be we can fix are fixed on the planing machine. Okay, so as per the requirement, we'll move this tool post with the tool bit. This tool post moves in vertical direction, up and downward direction. This tool post moves horizontal direction. So we can position those tool bits in inclined position also to perform the angular motion. These are the just like accommodation of tool post. Okay, so between these two houses, just like the table is fixed on the bed. So by the help of the guideways, the table will move. Okay, so this is on the surface of the table, very accurate machined slots are there to fix the workpieces. Okay, on this table we can fix the workpiece rigidly, and we can perform the uh, operations. So operations by the help of these four uh, single point cutting tools. Okay, so by the help of these four tools, as for the requirement, we will adjust the tool post to positioning, and will accommodate the tool post against the workpiece, and will perform the operations. So these are the main parts of planing machine. Okay, so here in case of shaping machine, the tool post will reciprocate, but in case of planing machine, the table will reciprocate. The table will move by the help of the guideways, which are which are placed on the bed. Okay, so the table moves in forward and backward movement, to and fro motion. So there is a mechanism to move the to reciprocate the just like table like in shaping machine there are four mechanisms are there: slot and lever mechanism, and quick return mechanism, and just like hydraulic mechanisms also there. Here also one more mechanism is there, just like to reciprocate the table instead of tools. Okay, we will see that mechanism also. So here just like the table will reciprocate in between these two housings. Okay, two housings, the table will reciprocate on the by the help of the guideways of the bed. Okay, so we can accommodate the workpieces which are between the two housings. So the distance between the two housings is very important. So less than the distance between the two houses, less than the size of the workpiece, uh, the just the size of the workpiece. Uh, so this it means we can fix the workpieces which are the size of the workpiece is less than the distance between the two houses. Okay, it means so we can't fix the large size of large width workpieces, because the the size of the housing is limited, because these two housings are positioned in between two housing. Table will reciprocate, we can fix the workpieces or workpiece on this table. Okay, so this is the specifications of the planing machine also. Okay, so next overrun supporting is there. You know this one. You know that cross rail is fixed on the two vertical housings. On this cross rail we can fix the single point cutting tools. Okay, so on both housings we can fix the one more just like tool post on both sides of the housings. So totally four single point cutting tools can be fixed, and we can perform the different operations, either vertical machining operation or horizontal machining operation or inclined machining operation also. Okay, you can perform. So now we'll see planing mechanism. What is the mechanism of planer? So you know this one. So here compared to shaping machine, in shaping machine the workpiece, the cutting tool, the cutting tool will reciprocate to and fro motion. Okay, by the help of the ram, which is attached to the just like uh, which is uh, which is run by some mechanism. So that quick slot and lever mechanism, those mechanisms are used to convert the rotor motion into reciprocating motion. Okay, so in this way, just like in shaping machine, the rotary motion of the motor is converted into reciprocating motion of the ram. So by the help of the ram, the workpiece, the cutting tool will reciprocate. So that is the process which was already discussed in previous class. So but in case of planing machine, the tool bit, the cutting tool is fixed, but the table will reciprocate. So if the table will reciprocate, the workpiece which is fixed on the table also will reciprocate to and from motion. That is the main difference between the shaping machine and the planing machine. Remaining just like operation is same, just like flattening the surfaces, you can see. Okay, so in this way, just like the table moves in forward and backward movement automatically, just like the machining operation or machining is process is performed by the movement of table, uh, so against the cutting tool. Next, driving mechanism of planar machine. We'll see planing machine, how the table will reciprocate. Okay, so in case of shaping machine, we already discussed the just mechanism to reciprocate the ram. Okay, so this is the ram movement we already discussed. There is a quick return mechanism. This mechanism convert the rotary motion to reciprocating motion. So we'll see how the rotary motion is converted into reciprocating motion in planing machine also. Okay, you know that. So this is the counter shaft, means this is connected to motor. When the motor is rotated, automatically the shaft also will rotate. So on this one there are some pulleys are there. Okay, one is the loose pulley, another one is the tight pulleys. Okay, this is the counter shaft. Another shaft is also there. So this is the shaft which is connected to the uh, table by the just like uh, rack and pinion movement. Okay, so this endpoint is connected to the table like this one here. We'll see. Okay, so the power is transmitted from the counter shaft to just like this shaft. Okay, by the help of the pulleys and belt conveyors. So here we'll see this is the open belt drive. Okay, so open belt drive, you know that open belt drive means, so uh, in the open belt, by the help of the open belt drive, the two pulleys moves in the same direction, clockwise direction, or if the pulleys moves in anti-clockwise, this pulley also moves in the anti-clockwise direction. It means, so in this case, by the help of open belt drive, the both the pulleys moves in same direction. So but the help of the cross belt drive, you know that the pulleys moves in opposite direction like this one. This is the cross belt. By the help of the cross belt, the movement of direction of this pulley is like this one. The movement of the another pulley is in opposite to the direction. Okay, so by the help of open belt drive, the just like we will get one forward motion. By the help of the cross belt drive, that mm, we will get the table in opposite direction movement. Okay, so in forward motion and reverse motion. So by the help of functioning of these open belt and cross belt drives. Okay, so in the first movement, just like this is the open belt drive is connected to the these are the loose pulleys. Red color is the loose pulleys. When the cross belt runs, automatically this open belts comes on the loose pulley, and when the open belt runs, the cross belt moves on the just like loose pulleys. Okay, when it loose means the open belt drive power doesn't transmit from the by the help of the open belt drive. So when the loose open belt drive is moves on the positioned on the loose pulley, it means power is not transmitted by the open belt drive. So at the time power is transmitted by the cross belt drive. Okay, so it means according to the requirement, in the forward motion, just like open belt drive is functioning. At the same time, the cross belt is just like on loose pulley doesn't move. It means when the cross belt is positioned on the loose pulley, the power it doesn't transmit by the help of the cross belt. Okay, so the similar in reverse movement, the open belts comes on the loose pulley, then the cross belt, by the power is transmitted from one shaft to another shaft by the help of the cross belt. Okay, so to movement of these belts, so on fast pulleys to loose pulleys and loose pulley to fast pulleys, so there is some functioning. The trip dogs are there. Okay, so these trip dogs are very important. These trip dogs just like moves the belts as per the requirement. The forward motion, the just like that trip dog moves the cross belt on loose pulley. In the reverse movement, uh, the trip dog moves the open belt and the loose pulleys. Okay, so this is the mechanism. So by the help of open belt, the table moves in forward direction. By the help of cross belt, the table moves in reverse direction. Okay, when it is moving, this pulley is connected to rack and pinion. So when moves in forward and backward direction, automatically the table moves into forward and backward direction. It means when the shaft moves in sometimes clockwise and other times anti-clockwise. So based upon this one, that by the help of rack and pinion positioning, the table, the power is transmitted to table. The table will reciprocate, will moves in forward and reverse motion like this one. You can see. Okay, so it moves clockwise sometimes and anti-clockwise sometimes. As for the functioning of these belts, automatically by the help of rack and pinion movement, which is attached to the table moves in forward and backward, reciprocating motion. So in this way, the power is transmitted from driving shaft to driven shaft, by the help of the belts. One is the open belt drive, another one is the cross belt drive. So by the help of the trip dogs, so the functioning of belts are performed. Okay, so it means the movement of the belts on loose pulleys are performed. So in this way, just like rack and pinion movement, which is attached to the table, by the help of this mechanism, the table moves in reciprocating motion. Now we'll see types of planners also. Types of planners. There are different types of planners which are most commonly used are just like standard housing planner. So what was already we discussed. Next, open side planner. Open side planner. One side is open, another side is only one housing is there. Next, pit planner. The table adjustment. So layer by layer. Pit planner. Next, edge or plate type of planners also. Next, divided or latching tables also there. We'll see one by one. And the first one, that standard and double housing. That there are two housings. In between the two housing, the table will rotate, will reciprocate. So we already discussed this one, the cross slide. So on this cross slide, we can fix the two tool posts, and on a housing on each side of the table, we can fix the two tool posts and two single point cutting tools. So four cutting tools can be attached on this one. Okay, it is most widely used in workshops. It has long and heavy base on which table reciprocates. That on the base, on the top surface of the base, there are guideways. By the help of those guideways, the table will reciprocate in just forward and back. Okay, so that is the guideways. So it has one drawback, that is because of these two housing, the distance because of the distance between the two housing, that limited the size of workpieces to perform the operations. So because of these two housings, one on each side of the bed, it limits the width of the workpiece, width of the work that can be machined. Okay, so beyond the just beyond the size of or beyond the distance between the two houses, we can't perform the just like perform the uh, workpieces which has greater size. Okay, here just like that this is the two housing, very common double housing planner. This one. So one more open end. So we'll see that one also. One side is housing is there. On this housing, some gears and pulleys are placed to transmit the power also. This one. So here another housing was removed. Just like one side has housing, just like on this housing, the cross rail is attached to this mm, housing. So this cross rails moves in forward and backward. It means up and downward direction. So we can adjust the height of the these tools, single point cutting tools, in upward and backward direction. So one more tool post is there on this housing. So it moves in upward and downward direction also. Okay. So another side is free. Because of this one, we can accommodate large large width of the workpieces to perform the meshing operation. So you know that on the bed, guideways are there, and with the help of those guideways, the table will rotate, reciprocate. Okay, on this table you can fix the heavy width to do workpieces to perform the meshing operation. Okay, we'll see open side planner. It has housing only one side of the base. The cross rail is suspended, just like that housing act as a uh, cantilever cantilever type beaming. Okay, this feature of the machine allows large and wide jobs to be clamped on the table. So as the single housing has to take up the entire load, so it is made extra massive to resist the forces. So that is the main advantage. Only three tool heads are mounted on the machine. So two are cross slide, one is the one housing. Okay, the constructional and driving features of the machine are same process as that of double housing planner. Only the size of the workpiece, so we can, there is no limit of size of workpiece. We can fix the large width of workpieces on this table also. We can perform this operation. Next to edge or plate planner. So this is a just like groove on the base. So this is the carriage. This one is the just like wheels, rail wheels like this one. So on this, the help of the rail wheels, by the support of the base, this total carriage will reciprocate to and fro motion. Okay. So then here the tool post is attached to this carriage, and the workpiece is placed on this base. Okay, here tool will reciprocate and workpiece is fixed. So the design of plate or edge planner is totally unlike that of the ordinary planners, because in ordinary planners the table will move, and it means workpiece will reciprocate, and the tool post is fixed, but is specially designed. It is specially intended to squaring or beveling the edges of the steel plates. Okay, so for different pressure vessels and ship buildings. So for special purpose machining, just like we will use this type of machining. Okay, so here single point cutting tool will reciprocate. So the base, on this base will fix the workpiece. A workpiece is fixed, the tool is reciprocate, will perform the operation. Okay. So next one is the pit planner. Pit planner is the very important. This one here, just like layer by layer, just like the table. The table is positioned on layer by layer. We can adjust the height and reduce the height also. That is the main accommodation. It is the massive in construction. It differs from ordinary planner in that of table is stationary and column carries the cross rail, reciprocates on massive horizontal rails mounted on the both sides. We know that. Okay, this type of planet is suitable for the machining very large works. Okay, which cannot be accommodated on the standard planners. Okay, so the length of the bed. So here just like so this one is just cross rail. The housing will move in, it will reciprocate by the help of railways. So and the tool head also will reciprocate in linearly or longitudinally. Okay, and just like you can accommodate the workpiece on the table. Okay, so this is the very important to planner, one more planner. So just like we already discussed it. Next to divided table planner. So this is the one more type of planner. So this type of planner has two tables. Okay, one is a table 1, another one is a table 2. So okay, maybe so these tables are reciprocated separately. We can perform different operations at the same time by the help of these two types of the table. We can reciprocate the tables individually also. This type of design saves just like much of idle time. Okay, so when one uh, just like when the machining is performed on the table 1, we can reset the table 2 and we can perform another machining process. Okay, so that is the main advantage to have continuous production of the tables. So for this continuity, just like we will use this type of table planners. Okay, so this planner is mainly used for the machining identical workpieces, mainly identical workpieces. The two sections of the table may be coupled together for machining long workpieces also. Okay, that type of accommodation are provided on this table. Okay. Now we'll see the difference between the shaping machine and planing machine also. We know that shaping machine, the tool will reciprocate. Workpiece is stationary, but in planing machine, the tool is stationary, but workpiece, it means the table will reciprocate on the table. So just like obviously we will fix the workpiece on the table, automatically the workpiece will reciprocate. So in planing machine, workpiece will reciprocate, but tool is stationary. Okay. So next, feed is given to the workpiece. Here, the feed is given to the tool. Okay. The feeding is given to the tool in planing machine. So workpiece is directly clamped on the table by the help of the bench vases in shaping machine. You know that one. Okay. Here, workpiece is directly clamped to the table. Okay. So by the help of the vices, we will fix the workpiece on the table. Here, workpiece can fix directly on the table by the help of slots which are placed on the table. Okay. Here, only a small size of jobs can be performed by shaping machine, but large size of the workpieces can be performed. Uh, so by the help of planing machine. So next, it unable to take deep cuts and heavy feed also in shaping machine. There is a limitation, but planing machine it able to keep deep cuts and heavy feeding also. So depth of cut rate also very high. Generally, one tool is used in shaping machine. You know that only one tool post is attached to the head of front portion of the ram. So by the help of the tool post, we can fix the one single point cutting tool. But multiple tooling is placed in planing machine. So nearly minimum 4 tools can be fixed. Two tools on the cross slide, and remaining 2 on the two housings which are positioned on the two sides of the bed. Okay, so workpiece setting is very easy and quick in shaping machine. Just like we'll fix the workpiece on the table by the help of the vices, but here workpiece setting is very important. Much skill should be required to fix the workpiece. Okay, that takes the long time. Okay. Next, it requires less floor area. So for shaping machine, no need of any just like large floor areas. But in case of planner, so just the floor area should be more because the bed size should be uh, greater than the double of the table also. The size, the floor required more. Okay. So next to light, small and less cost machining. So here shaping machine very simple and casting machine is very less. But in planing machine that is very heavier and large and costlier machine. Okay, so these are the main differences between the shaping machine and planing machine. Okay, so these are the reference books are given here. Okay, so if you have any doubts, just you can refer these books. Thank you for listening this class. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.